Hello, I'm Green.
And I'm Shaggy.
Oh God, this is Scooby Doo now. We are back playing Dark Souls today, and I think this is the wall.
I think we need to split up and look for clues, man.
God. We were just talking about Game Grump's Cyber Chase playthrough. Highly recommended if you haven't seen it before. It's something.
It's not a good game.
It's got some issues.
Cause trust me, wait, let me see this. Oh wow, there's a lot of chests.
Yeah, I know at least one of them is Mimic. I'm making sure there's not any other enemies in this room before I start going. So yeah, if you look at the chains here, you should be able to tell. It's like this one's a Mimic.
That's
Both
fine.
of these are fine. Because I think this is where you get Havel's set, or X's, in this set. We can become X.
And we're gonna give it to some people.
Yes, we are.
It's gonna give it to you.
Thing is, here, I'll show you. If we wear Havel's whole set, we'll have like ridiculously high defense, don't get me wrong, but where is it? He's got a dragon tooth. Where are you, dragon tooth? There you are. And his shield. Like we're huge. And just like swinging our weapon is like, whoa, God.
Knock knock, open. Knock knock, open up the door. It's real with a non-stop pop of stainless steel.
I wonder, let me just check real quick to see how our Zweihander stacks up to the Okay, so yeah, our Zweihander still does more damage because we've upgraded it so much, but let's put our normal stuff back on.
But I was gonna say that, like, when I was younger, I played through Cyber Chase myself.
Yeah.
It is hard. This is so hard.
How did you see through my clever ruse? I'll kick you.
Don't do that. There we go. We got a club.
But yeah, like, I remember it was one of those games where, like, I kept playing it because I didn't want it to beat me.
Oh, yeah?
And so I spent like a month going through it. It's because it's like you have lives, and if you run out of those lives, then like you have to go back to your last save. But like when you go back to your last save, you still have that as many lives as you have when you saved it.
Oh, really?
So you really had to like learn how not to die at that stage. And the final world in that game, if you see the movie, the amusement park,
Right.
is just it's hell. It's
Yeah.
literally hell.
It's not a hell level, but it's a hell level.
And the final boss is cheap too. Like, I swear, I don't know how to dodge his last attack.
Even now?
Uh-huh.
Even now, Caleb doesn't know how to beat the Scooby-Doo boss properly.
The virus, the computer virus.
Oh, hello. Do you fight him like more than once or just the one time?
Yeah, you fight more than once. Like, let's see. Because the first boss... Let me see if I can go through this. The first boss is the samurai.
Yeah.
Once again, if you've seen the movie, then, like, you know, that's the reference.
It's been a while since I've seen Cyber Chase.
Let's see. The first boss is the samurai. The second boss is the Colosseum lion.
Oh, yeah.
The third boss... I'm trying to remember what the next stage is. I know one of the bosses is like it's the computer virus on his polar bear. One is him on his camel. That boss fight sucks because he summons these mummies, and you can't kill them. You have to like knock them off the platform. And then yeah, it's a stupid boss. One of the bosses is the T-Rex from the prehistoric level. You hear your dogs.
Yeah, they're going at it.
And one of the bosses is what's his name? The Funtime Land robot?
Oh, Johnny, I think?
Yeah, Johnny. He was probably my favorite boss of that game, in that game.
I like Johnny.
His was nice and interesting, and I liked his theme, because it was like, his boss theme was like really jazzy and stuff like that.
It's Johnny, the Jazzland robot. Time for some smooth stylings. I think the coins that we've been finding, I think their only use is to feed them to, which we're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
I forgot to go and meet him, but there's a big snake man in Firelink Shrine that we can go talk to now that we rang both bells. But basically, he acts as the only way to like sell items. Like you can't sell them, but you can feed them to him, and then he'll eat them and he'll give you something in return. And so I'm pretty sure those coins, you just feed them to him and he'll give you something, or souls or something. My dogs are just going at it. Oh, hello. The problem with like those two, my two dogs that are the more playful ones, is like they both have the same look on their face, whether they're like fighting or like just playing. Like the only way you can tell is by listening to them, because whenever they're just playing, they're just kind of like, oh, you know, just like Sonic and Shadow. But whenever they're like fighting, then they just like there's a much deeper tone to their growls or barks or whatever, and you're like, uh-oh. I know you guys were wondering how my dogs play. I'm glad I could share this information with you. Okay, let's go up this way. Hello.
It's the buoy lady.
Yeah, we're gonna meet her later.
It's the buoy master. It's the buoy master.
You know what's really funny? I don't know how many of you guys watch Good Mythical Morning. But they have like a long run, or not long run, but a more recent gag that is a quote from Space Dandy.
Oh, nice.
Because they had an episode where they were talking about like crazy animes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the lines from that game that they were playing was from Space Dandy, and they thought it was funny. So like now they repeat it fairly often. I'm like, hey, that's from Space Dandy. Go this way.
Can ours be? It's a buoy master.
Hey, it's Sigmar. See, he already made it here too without us.
Whatever can be done.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I
I don't know if that's a person or if that's a NPC. Hello? Hello?
Oh no, it's gonna pop up and get a jump scare on us. I just know it.
It's gonna happen. Well, the thing is, you can't open the door from the other side on that side. So he's gotta come from either there or there. Unless he's just hiding somewhere waiting for us.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh.
There he is. I think it's a person.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a person. Let's go. I'm real bad at PvP, and now you get to find out. Here's the ultimate strategy in PvP. Oh, he's got a freaking bleeding weapon. No, he's gonna backstab me.
Yep.
And it's got lightning on it. It's got bleeding and lightning.
Wow. I mean, it's smart.
Yeah, we're playing this game. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Ferrum.
Bye. You're famous.
You're famous with the 50 people who watch this channel. So that's one thing I like about co-op or PvP and co-op in this game, though, is like you see, since I died, I don't have humanity, or I'm not human anymore, and now I can't do co-op or PvP. So it makes it where it's like, okay, if you want to do co-op or PvP, you know, you just have some humanity. But like, if someone kills you and you're just really wanting to get through an area, you're fine. They can't invade you as long as you stay hollowed. But I'm real bad at PvP. I think in my whole time I've played the entire series, I've beaten like 2 people in PvP. I like doing co-op though, because like co-op's fun. Because after you beat like a particularly hard boss, then you can just kind of hang out outside and say that you're willing to do co-op, and you can help some other people with it.
That's nice.
Which maybe we'll do that after we beat Ornstein and Smo. We'll help some other people with them, because other people are gonna need help with them.
Yeah, Snorlax and Pikachu can be a real bitch.
They're the worst Pokemon. Aww. No, Snorlax is pretty cool. Until they added Munchlax.
Munchlax.
It's like, hey, did you guys want a smaller, worse version of Snorlax?
Here you go.
We got you.
And then I remember Aaron has like an infatuation with Beedrill.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know if he's like, if he does that just as a joke or if he actually does really like Beedrill.
I think it's a joke because like everyone like hates Beedrill during their playthrough. So he's just like, man, I love Beedrill. Which I can respect. It's like whenever you get as much crap as Aaron does,
yeah,
you almost have to be able to just kind of like mess with people back.
But I mean, that would make great cannon fodder.
Yeah.
That's I need to get back. I need to start playing Pokemon Moon.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to use your tactic where you have a cannon fodder.
Yeah. Yeah, you usually have a Pokemon that's just got like real good defense or something with like counter.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wobbuffet's always been a really good cannon fodder Pokemon because he can do counter, I think. And he just has a decent defense and high health. He doesn't have very many good attacks. He basically his only purpose is just be there like so that while he's out there, you can be healing other Pokemon.
Uh-oh. Sorry, excuse me.
So the reason Siegmeyer's in here was he was like, oh, there's some knights out there, what am I going to do? So now we got to take care of him for him. Come here, buddy. I hope you just missed me.
I mean,
He's real
I know
close.
in times like these, like, you need to have soldiers and people protecting you. But I'm like, I don't know how I feel about going to bed and it's like 3 dudes just all standing around me.
Don't worry, we'll keep you safe. Mom's just constantly sharpening his sword. He is safe.
You wake up in the morning, did you have a nice nap, my lord? Ah! Ah! Will you stop doing that? Ah! Barbarian.
But there's like PvP etiquette in Dark Souls,
Yeah.
unspoken rules, and one of them is like you both wave or do some sort of gesture at each other for you wave, or some people like to bow or whatever. And if you just go in and like attack them while they're doing the emote, that's like really rude. And then usually there's like some people who have like cheese weapons that are just like really annoying weapons, and they'll just switch to those like, oh, that's how you want to play it. Well, I'm just gonna stab you 1,000 times.
Unchained! This Knight of Catalina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Okay.
Gallantry entails great risk. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
Okay, well, we've been here for like a decade or two, but that's fine.
it's funny because I think his name's Siegvard. He's basically Sigmar, but in Dark Souls 3. Oh
Mr.
God, I can't
Squidward.
see it. I think this one's okay. Oh.
So it's Squidward.
Yeah. And so his is actually like a really cool NPC quest in Dark Souls 3, but it's a lot like in Dark Souls 1, where you're just having to go save him a lot of times. It's like, oh, he's trapped here again. Like in one of the times you have to save him because he was like pushed down a well by Patches. And then how you save him is just by dropping his armor down the well with him. And then somehow that helps him get out. I guess he's just real depressed that he doesn't have his armor. Oh, look, whenever we come back, we're going to be continuing through the house. Bye, everybody.
See ya.